Hello, friends! A city is being built in Saudi Arabia that looks like something out of a science fiction film. A futuristic metropolis designed in a straight line. It's the architectural concept that broke the internet. This line stretches 170 kilometers in length, stands 500 meters tall, surpassing the Eiffel Tower, and is only 200 meters wide. The line has been pitched as a futuristic eco-city north of the Red Sea with no cars, no streets, and no carbon emissions. The Saudi government says it will create housing for more than 9 million people. Leaked documents reportedly show proposals for everything from robot maids and an artificial moon to flying cars. Essentially everything from the Jetsons. Think Dubai, but on steroids. It looks like something out of science fiction, and that's clearly the intention. It is a massive PR and marketing endeavor before anything else. The city would be sandwiched between two enormous, mirrored buildings rising 500 meters into the sky and stretching 170 kilometers into the desert. Potentially the largest buildings ever constructed. The 200-meter wide gap between these skyscrapers is where the city itself would lie. A high-speed rail system would connect residents end to end in just 20 minutes, eliminating the need for cars or roads. Homes, public parks, schools, and offices would be layered on top of each other, ensuring that every amenity is within a 5-minute walk. Parks and nature would be accessible from anywhere in the city within a 2-minute walk. This concept takes the idea of a 15-minute city and amplifies it dramatically. Its exterior will feature massive, mirrored panels, lush greenery, and cutting-edge technology. Estimates suggest the project could cost up to $1 trillion, with Saudi Arabia aiming for completion by 2045. But is this ambitious vision feasible? What are the potential benefits and drawbacks of such a design? And how might this mega project impact the rest of the world? Let's explore these questions. When we think of Saudi Arabia, two things come to mind: deserts and oil. While much of the country is indeed arid, with daytime temperatures reaching 45 degrees Celsius and frigid nights, Saudi Arabia also boasts diverse landscapes, savannas, mountains, and volcanic fields, including over 2,000 dormant volcanoes. Economically, it is the Middle East's largest economy and the world's 18th, heavily reliant on oil exports. However, global shifts away from fossil fuels have pushed Saudi Arabia to diversify its economy through initiatives like Saudi Vision 2030, which includes plans for Neom, a futuristic smart city region. Neom, derived from the Greek neo, new, and Arabic word mustaqbal, future, is not a single city but a 26,500 square kilometers zone. In northwestern Saudi Arabia, it will feature 10 distinct projects, 4 of which have been announced. Number 1 project is Oxagon, an octagonal floating industrial port. Number 2 project is Trillion, a ski resort on Saudi Arabia's highest peaks, set to host the 2029 Asian Winter Games. Number 3 project is Sindala, a luxury island resort opening in 2024. Number 4 project is The Line, the most radical project, a 170 km long, 500 meter tall linear city enclosed by mirror facades. The Line's design and vision, inspired by the 1960s concept of arcology, architecture plus ecology, The Line aims to house 9 million people, equivalent to New York City's population, in a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. Its vertical, layered design promotes zero-gravity urbanism, allowing movement in 3 dimensions: up, down, sideways. The city promises 100% renewable energy, no cars or roads, and AI-integrated services. High-speed transit would connect both ends in 20 minutes, requiring speeds over 500 kilometers per hour beyond current technology. Residents would access all daily needs within a 5-minute walk, and the climate would be artificially regulated. A linear city was previously envisioned, not as a utopian dream, but as a dystopian warning. In 1969, the Italian architecture collective Superstudio created Continuous Movement, a series of collages depicting vast, monotonous blocks encircling the world, cutting through cities, mountains, and valleys, much like The Line. These artworks were meant to criticize mass urbanization and cold, relentless architecture. The key difference with the line is its reliance on futuristic technologies that are not yet fully developed. Challenges and criticisms. 1. Funding. The project's estimated $1 trillion cost far exceeds Saudi Arabia's $620 billion sovereign wealth fund. Reliance on volatile oil revenues and lack of foreign investment raised doubts. 2. Technology. Many promised technologies, e.g. ultra-high-speed transit 500-meter mirror walls, do not yet exist at scale. 3. Environment. Despite claims of sustainability, constructing a line could emit 1.8 billion tons of CO2, equivalent to the UK's emissions over 4 years. Mirrored exteriors risk harming migratory birds and disrupting wildlife. 4. Livability. Critics compare it to a dystopian surveillance state, with residents isolated in an artificial environment and tracked via AI. 5. Infrastructure risks. A single transport corridor spanning 170 kilometers creates vulnerability. Any disruption could paralyze the entire city. Conclusion. While the line represents a bold vision for urban innovation, its feasibility remains questionable. And the line isn't the only smart city vision out there. In 2020, the Bjark Ingels Group introduced the Woven City near Japan's Mount Fuji, a proposed fully autonomous community with driverless vehicles and AI-driven infrastructure. Similarly, Egypt is constructing a new smart city near Cairo, while the Telosa project envisions a futuristic American city. None of these projects are perfect, and all have faced criticism. But perhaps it is worth rethinking how our cities function. Right now, modern cities don't work for everyone. In London, 1 in every 52 people is homeless. Over 1 million UK residents live in food deserts, areas with little access to affordable fresh food. A report from Groundwork UK found that access to parks and green spaces is severely unequal across the country. The line presents a radical reimagining of urban life. Whether it succeeds or not, it forces us to ask, is there a better way to build our cities? Past Saudi megaprojects, like the abandoned world's tallest building, highlight execution challenges. Even if realized, the city's practicality and appeal are uncertain. Would people choose to live in a mirrored, hyper-controlled enclave? Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Will the line always remain a sci-fi dream?